Hello there.
And welcome to the highlights of our commentary for the 2011 film, The Thing. My name is Will, and today I'm joined by Jack.
Hello there all.
But before we get into the video, please feel free to like and subscribe, as it really does help us out, and we really do appreciate it. Thank you, and enjoy the video. So I've actually been... I have not wanted to watch this film, ever. Like, I wanted to just pretend it didn't exist, lock it away, because I've heard it's really bad. Compared to the original.
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't compare whatsoever. But I think people, I'm hoping you enjoy this a little bit. I think people give it a bit of a bad credit. It's tricky. This is because you'll see throughout. It's ruined by a certain thing that they really shouldn't have done. Really, and it's just purely heavy use of CGI. I've actually seen behind the scenes. You can type it in YouTube and watch the practical how good it looked. And then they replaced it with terrible CGI, rushed CGI as well. He's our main character.
The thing is though, I'm not going to have any connection to any of these characters, because they're all going to die.
Oh, of course. Thanks, Hank. Thanks.
Are they?
Oh yeah. This was a prequel, I know what happens after this film.
Well, do you?
Well yeah, Kurt Russell turns up in a helicopter, and then the thing happens. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, and they made him a pilot.
We got a mock-up of of Child, yeah, and
God, they made him how original. They made the main guy a cool pilot.
It was a Norwegian camp, and they've really mixed it with this. You know what I mean? You got like one, two, three. I think there's 4 or 5 Americans, and then the Norwegians, and then throughout it, like they're barely speaking Norwegian. It's completely, as you said, just commercialising and selling it to an English audience. It's not good, but it's not bad. That's the thing. You know, people say like this is dreadful. I don't think it is. The story's quite good.
I need to. It's one of those things where I want to try and watch it as a solo film on its own, but because it's a prequel, you can't. You have to watch it in correlation to the 80s one.
We estimate it's been here approximately 100,000 years.
Gosh, it's kind of like, I don't know why I said gosh, I knew that already, but it kind of
it's one of those,
reminds me of Prometheus.
We think the signal got triggered.
Yes, and it's like they're delving into the original one more. There we go.
So we're going to see the original alien.
Here's our first look at the... Yes.
Do I want to see that though?
Yeah, this is, yeah. See if you've noticed him.
Oh yes. The guy from Game of Thrones, what's his name?
Tormund.
Tormund Giantsbane, isn't it?
What about him? Is he completely disinterested?
It's Lars with a doggle.
He doesn't understand English, but he'll work like a bear.
Oh, is he the one? I'm going to guess he's the one who has to go shoot the dog. He says he doesn't speak English, which is probably why in the original they're all trying to shout at him to stop, and he's like doesn't talk to them. I'm going to guess.
Just think that other camp could just be over that little bit.
Yeah. That's pretty cool to think that actually that whilst all this is going on, Kurt Russell was just playing chess. That's a very Thing shot. That corridor shot there, that was like the original.
Yeah, there's a lot of shots that mirror that quite a lot. John Carpenter was supposed to make a cameo in this.
Was he? Or was he the monster?
Yeah.
They just open it up and it's him in there like, hello.
He's there like, please don't ruin this film.
He's like chasing the director of this film in a helicopter trying to shoot it. See, I think I would be a bit excited to watch this if I knew it was more practical. Because I just don't understand how do all these... Because if I know all these people die, the excitement would be how? What crazy things happen to them. Although it is quite creepy with the knowledge you already have of the Thing, knowing that tiny specimen there is enough to destroy the world.
Yeah.
That's quite creepy. See those little fingers? Just like...
Yeah. Little fingies.
Jesus.
You got your classic non-jump scare, jump scare. Oh my god, that was awful.
You see it though, like that. That is like a huge sort of.
It didn't look rendered properly.
It's hard to. Do you know? It looks a bit like a Starship Trooper alien. You ever seen
Yeah.
that film?
Yes.
It looked like a Starship Trooper, one of the Tyranids. You know, the thingies.
1990s graphics.
I don't agree with that. Like even showing it like that in
No.
its form, like it just.
Like, how creepy would it have been if it just like the ice just like melted and it just like crawled out and slithered into someone's bed? Whereas in this, it just like
Yeah, it's just. There is a lot of Hollywood.
I think it's because
Hollywoodization in this almost.
they had to get this shot, didn't they?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
The dogs always get it first, don't they?
Jesus Christ.
Lars dog.
Ooh.
Ah.
See, that
So
looks
it didn't
good.
even look like it assimilated it then.
Ooh.
Oh god.
See, it's very bug-like, isn't it?
Cool.
And try to make it look like an insect almost.
Yeah. That's what I mean by, and it's sort of, I like it before because you don't know what the thing looks like. They've gone for a decision. Like fair play for them going for a narrative with it, but like I just don't necessarily like it. I wish it's hard to explain. So I don't think a prequel would have really ever worked to it, but so you got to think now about the character arc and like who could be infected or whatever.
But the thing is, I don't think anyone is infected because it only attacked one guy. It hasn't like been sneaking around the base, if it like they did in the original.
I don't know the answer to this because I can't remember, but he hit thing through his chest and then blood splattered in that other
yeah.
mate's face.
But it was too obvious. That's too obvious. The whole appeal of the original is the mystery. He's a bit crispy, isn't he?
They go, look, the practicality wise again.
Hmm.
Look how good that looks.
Is it fused with the guy?
Yeah. It was slowly assimilating him.
I just remembered a really good model from the original that they found at the base. It's the two guys with the heads fused together.
Yeah.
So I wonder who or what happens to which two guys of this are going to be them.
I thought for a second then, that might be the point. He's got his gloves on. He was touching his mouth then.
Oh.
I thought, has he touched that and then touched his mouth? Because I was like, that's how.
Yeah, if it's dead, can it still spread?
That's how you get the thing in you.
So this is all real. It looks good.
But yeah, even with a bit of CGI in this actually looks good. This bit, look, because it's showing you what happens to it. Look,
Oh yeah.
how it actually does it. See, that looks because some good CGI there. Actually, there's some bits in it where
CGI is good when it enhances the model.
this is very interesting.
That door handle.
Come on, think what is that? Quick.
Titanium
Stapler.
It's used to
Dunno.
reinforce broken bones, compound fractures. Yeah, that's right.
See,
Oh, it's from his arm.
Henrik broke his arm
It's up
last year.
really like this kind of idea. They run with that quite a lot. It's quite a good concept because you think about it. It's you're fresh, aren't you? It's new. They wouldn't be able to imitate things that have been put into you.
Sit down there. There you go.
I'm hoping for a mega transformation. Like sitting in the chair shaking.
Oh,
Are they teeth?
what are those? You're very good, Will. Getting very observant. Well, they're caps, the
Oh yeah.
fillings.
Oh, and it can't.
See, it's they go further on it. I do like this.
That's pretty cool. It can't copy metal.
Yeah.
We won't be able to copy me because I'm 100% metal.
Come on, put it together. Put it together.
Someone's
Come
gonna-
on.
I got.
Come on.
I got it. Don't worry. Here's the thing in the ship.
No, not you. I'm actually getting angry at
Oh.
her. Like, we're watching this.
Oh, she's just taking too long to figure it out.
Yes, it's like oh, come on, one of them is assimilated. Come on. Oh,
We'll be in the air in no time.
Does the thing though? It's
Don't
being
worry.
rumpled. See, it's getting a bit. No. Oh, that looks awful though.
That's a good twist, but that was all done practical, and then they CGI'd it. I'm serious. This looked absolutely incredible practical. You need to YouTube it afterwards. It looks scary and horrible. No, they didn't use it.
Such a shame.
See, that's what I mean by the CGI ruins it, but did you see how good that twist was then, that he was actually in the ill guy? It is really good directions, directed like he had good practical effects, and they had to come in and ruin it with CGI like that.
What are those?
I think they're fillings from someone's teeth. I found them
They're
by a
fillings, so
puddle
you
of
said they
Yeah.
got them there.
Puddle of blood.
They're already more. She's already more on top of it than the other camp's doctor and thingy. They've got more. They have picked it up a lot quicker.
I knew it was her.
Oh dear. See, so the thing in the original would just assimilate her straight away. It wouldn't do all this fancy stuff, you know, thingy.
Oh.
I love this bit of this matey here. Just gets like bored.
Jeez.
You can hear her screaming. If you listen to all the screams, it's all the creatures it's assimilated.
Because it makes you think, is the girl still like conscious and alive while all this is happening? Is it trying to put itself out?
Yeah.
It's one of those things like, how intelligent is this creature?
We can fly a spaceship, can't it?
Yeah. We can't land it.
Whee!
We've got to get out of here.
Yeah, right now.
And you could be getting in a vehicle with it. Maybe
Yeah, that's the
alone,
thing, it's just...
vulnerable.
When you watch this though, you do feel the hopelessness.
That's
You do
exactly
feel it, that
Yeah,
they feel.
it still has that same effect when you're like
Not to mention you'd be giving it away out of here.
paranoia and the isolation. Like
Spread.
you can feel them looking at each other like, who's it?
It's like a virus. So what do we do with any virus?
Quarantine.
Don't tell Boris Johnson that.
We isolate it,
Oh, don't.
and then we kill it.
All right, we can just lock them up until Sanders' test is ready.
So they'll just
Please.
talking about doing a test. They're not going to do the exact same test they did from the original, are they?
I'm not saying anything.
Because surely there must be a... Oh, they are, aren't they? I mean, this is probably like a good 10 minutes of the film, and it's just like, I'm not interested in watching this now. The next 10 minutes, because I've seen it already done. Unless they do what they've done earlier and change it around a little bit. In which case, I'm all ears.
Uh-oh, someone destroyed that room. You see, it knew even at that stage, the thing about the blood. That's why, you know, the McCready one worked well, because he had to just cut it. Instead of having it all prepped, the thing would have already known that, because he's already done it at this stage, you know what I mean? Like,
The one working on the test, I left for 2 minutes! You just don't want us to know the truth! Booyah!
You just don't know what... Don't do it. Well, that's good. I hope they don't do the blood test scene. Because I like how they're kind of building it up, and then they're just like, no.
Tell him to open his mouth.
Open op schaften Sie ja.
Oh, they got the checking for the caps.
No, Lars has fillings.
yeah, if they've had fillings, so now they know that he's. It's quite, I thought quite like this way.
This is a pretty cool way, though. I see what you mean. Because they've built it up
Yeah,
from the
it is
beginning.
good, mixing it up. It's all the Norwegians like they're sweet, so they got a bit of a sweet tooth. So they've got
A way
those
to eliminate
fillings.
So I'm gonna get killed.
Oh, and
I never thought it'd be so tense looking in someone's mouth for fillings. Have you seen him in anything else other than Game of Thrones?
No,
Yeah, that's the thing. He's so good. He's such a good actor. I like him.
that's the thing. That's another counter. Do you know how many times you've said that?
That's the thing. Well, I shouldn't go on this base then. So every time I say that's the thing, they're like, what, where? Get it.
Put it down! Get there for us! Get there for us also! Get them! Get them!
That innocent man.
Just want to check my friend, okay?
He's like, he got shot in the head. I don't think he's like, okay.
Poor Lars.
Yeah. To be fair, He got the best way to die.
Everybody in the rec room.
Everyone in the rec room. We're doing some rec activities and playing some pool.
We're doing some team bonding after that. Oh.
Oh.
That was good. That was actually really good. That was really clever.
See, it was the mate who didn't want to have his mouth checked either. Oh, I did not like this bit. Oh, look at his face. This was practical the way that they did this before. I'm not even joking. They had this crawling, what you'll see. Yeah, because that's what it was. It was like that, and then that was on practical body, and they had animatronic legs. Look, walking.
Oh my god.
Look, that was practical.
How scared would you be being that guy?
I know, but that's what his acting was real. This bit is quite cool the way it does it. And there you go, you got the Two-Face.
Oh.
It does as well. Really, oh god.
Oh, look at his face.
Muffled whimpering, you know, he's still alive. Look.
Look at it coming out of his eye. See what I mean? How you can still hear the screams of the people still alive.
Good person as well. It is bad. It's disturbing.
I'd say that was the best part of the film so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially the part where the arm fell out when he had it around the shoulder, which out of nowhere.
Really
that was really good.
It wants to stay covert, you know. It wants to blend in. But the axe.
Axe on the wall.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it. We need it for accuracy and reach. I'd love it if they just.
Yeah, I know. We need it for continuity.
What she said right there.
Yeah.
Joel Edgerton just in this bit here, like that. He's like, "This is the bit that they made love in here in the original." And they're like, "No, they didn't." He was like, "Yep, yep."
I'm pretty sure they did.
They did. I've got the dust. You see, like the coal, it's all in the air, all the particles. It just looks so good. Oh,
see, that never happens in the thing.
It waits and it little pounces and it does it so, you know, covertly and like quietly, and then it moves at simulators and then it blends in. It's not like this big like smashing stuff. It's
not the juggernaut. It's becoming a bit too sci-fi for me now.
Yes. You wait.
Oh no.
I'm getting Prometheus
Yeah, this is Prometheus.
vibes. Oh, Kent. Oh, God, I've got a baby here.
It is, like, we're in the spaceship now. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Look at him staring at you.
The whole mystery of the first film was that you didn't know anything about it.
It makes it worse, to be honest. I personally think it does.
Oh, what is this?
That's why look at that, just CGI.
Yeah.
It's just like, it looks like Minecraft.
It looks
like the blocks going in and out.
Do you know the Adam Sandler movie Pixels?
Yes. Yeah. It does.
I'm angry.
Look at this walk here. This is iconic. How terrible this just looks.
It's like Steve Austin. We're seeing it too much as well. Like,
It just looks stupid. The CGI is dreadful, and it just ruins the effect of the thing. Oh, open the mouth, classic grenade for it.
Yep. So there's still 10 minutes left. I'd say 5 minutes for credits. There's only 5 minutes left, and I still feel like there's a lot more story to come from these characters.
Yeah.
You know how I knew you were human? When you showed up back at base?
No.
Your earring.
I was actually about to say that. I was going to say you can't change your earring, can it? Oh. That's a good shot, actually.
See, I've heard people talk about this. I don't think they should have had screaming. It should have panned out so you don't necessarily know. They just revealed he was definitely a monster.
Yeah,
I think it would have been better.
Is that the end?
That's not it.
Oh, that's not it. Okay, good. I was going to say that was
You didn't pause it, did you?
No. That is a really disappointing ending. Because I don't know who the two Norwegians that turn up at the base. These guys.
There you go.
Oh, they're just people. Oh, that's rubbish. I wanted it to be two guys who are on the base. They've even like changed the color scheme to make it look like the original.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
They just had a good marksman.
Yeah.
It's just everything was the same though. You know, this helicopter, exact model, every bit down to the fine detail. The director wanted it the same.
I was about to say, is it the exact same? See,
Yeah,
special makeup
everything.
and FX, Alec Gill's Tom Woodruff Jr., and it's like,
Yes,
you don't see their work.
But yeah.
Go on, Jack. Seeing as the Thing is your favourite film, go for it.
Yeah. It's one of those ones, as I said, if anyone who watches this, go to YouTube and just type in The Thing 2011 practical effects, and there's a whole documentary just about it, and it shows you from what footage they have or managed to get from the cut take of the film, the effects, and they look really good. Like, they actually honour the film. They actually look proper, and like it would add to the film. The story, the story's quite good. I don't mind it necessarily. It's a good story. It's just it's ruined by the final act is just dreadful with going to that ship, and it's showing that sci-fi. We know it's a sci-fi element. We know the Thing is from outer space. We know that. We don't need to see it. Same with the way it acts and it moves and attacks. That end sequence in that ship is dreadful. I absolutely hate that. I was like dissociated from that then. Like, I was just zoned out, you know what I mean? Like, that bit was just poor, that end bit. The cast was alright. It was quite good. I like the Norwegian characters. I like Tormund. It had a good storyline. I just feel like the special effects and some of the writing and the direction it wasn't good, and it didn't really favour it as a prequel, I don't think.
The story was okay. It was definitely a retread of what we've seen before, but that was inevitable if you're remaking The Thing, which is I wouldn't really consider this a prequel. It's basically a remake just with a prequel story before.
Yes, I know what you're saying, and it's just good use of the different effects, you know, of like the teeth and that and the test.
Yeah, it's the same things we know done differently, but they were done in a good way. I liked how, what was it? So the teeth thing was good. What was the other bit I liked? The way it kind of bluffed you into thinking someone was the Thing when they weren't.
They did that quite good. They snared you off a different direction and then like would shock you. They did that good in this film.
But I think if it was practical, it would definitely add a bit more to the film. I think I would have enjoyed it more. It would have been a bit more, because The Thing I enjoy for the practical effects, but also for the story. Whereas I feel like this one would have been a bit more of a wow show. Like a look at what you can do with practical effects, rather than look what we can do with practical effects
as
and
well.
story.
They probably could have made it look a lot better than 82, and it did. Honestly, I want you to watch that specific helicopter scene when he turns. It looks insane how good they've done. You can tell they put a lot of hard work into it, and then boom, Universal say no.
But yeah, the characters, because like I said, it's a prequel. I know they're all gonna die. And I didn't like, because it's a Norwegian base, there shouldn't be Americans there, and they've only done that for it to appeal to the American and English audience. So it's just this film was just doomed. It's missing out on what makes The Thing the Thing. Like we even said in our review of the first Thing, Rob Bottin it's his film. Without him, it's not possible, and you just can't have this film without the practical effects. It's just not the same. It did feel like there was a checklist. It did feel like you've got to have a cool pilot, you've got to have a test scene, you've got to have the base. Everything has to end the way it starts in The Thing. See, I don't know what I'm going to rate it, because there were some good parts about it. Like there were parts when I was like, oh that's good. That was good. I'd probably give it maybe a 62. I feel like the CGI really let it down.
I was literally going to say that. I'm not even joking.
So this is why we'll do this channel together.
I'll give it a 63. I won't think you with it. I'll go 63.
So what makes yours one better than mine?
I can't bomb it like some people would bomb it. But in my eyes, you've seen like how I rate horrors. That's not a good score for me to rate this. It's not like a good one. It's an okay score.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was an okay film that has been severely let down by the people who were essentially funding it. That's the thing. To make a good film, you've got to trust the people you hire, because you're the ones hiring them at the end of the day. Well, there you have it, everybody. A 62 from me and a 63 from Jack. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel, as the full commentary will be released at a later date. And while you're at it, why not follow us on Twitch, Instagram and Twitter. Me and Jack will be back with another video very soon. Cheerio.